Today on To The Point, it is an extra special episode because we are going to have not one, but two of the eliminated contestants on season 16 of So You Think You Can Dance.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome on in To The Point with Kristen Burt. This is a special edition, of course. We've done this for the last couple of seasons, bringing in the eliminated contestants from So You Think You Can Dance, because we want to give them a little extra shine, because we love the cast members so much. And if you watch the show tonight, you know that Stephanie Sosa was one of the contestants to go.
Yes, I was.
How are you feeling? Saturday was tough when we watched the taping.
I've had a couple of days to process everything, and I just come to terms that things happen for reasons.
Yep.
And I'm so grateful for this experience. Like, I have grown just so much just from the first time I've ever auditioned. So I'm just, I'm more grateful than anything.
Yeah, we did our interviews on Pressline at the taping the other day. And yours was a hard one. I will admit, you came down the line, and I think I was like one of the last people that you hit. And I was like, and you were like, don't look at me. And I'm like, I'm a sympathy crier. So if you want to cry, I'll cry with you. Yeah. And we'll do this together.
Yeah. No, I feel like I cried a lot that day.
It's okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I think it's so important to show such a human emotion, because you asked me even, did I cry too much on stage? I'm like, I hope that whatever you're feeling in that moment, you do, because it's authentic and it's real.
Yeah.
And to me, it shows how much the experience meant to you.
Yeah, no, this experience has been, like, since I watched the first show, like, I feel like everyone says that, but, like, no, like, I legit trained for this moment to be on that stage and dance, and so I was just so disappointed that I was eliminated so quickly,
What was the first season you remember watching?
My first season was Jenna Johnson's season, because she's from
Season
our studio.
10.
That was a good season with, like, Amy Yakima and, like, just... Yeah,
Fiction,
that was such a good season. And then when I saw the opportunities that Jenna got from that show, I was like, that is exactly what I need to be doing.
You're like, count me in.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Center Stage has a great history with the show, too.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay Arnold, Whitney Carson, Brittany Cherry, just Jensen Arnold, like, just so many names come from our
absolutely.
studio.
So you've got great studio support,
Yes.
of course, I know. And, of course, your brother, Ezra Sosa.
I know.
And Eddie Hoyt.
Yeah.
Who might be here?
We don't know.
Spoiler alert. He might be here, too, in studio. We'll see him in just a few minutes. But, I know for you, and I really appreciate this, season 15, you came in, you auditioned, you made it to top 20.
Yeah.
And I do think a lot of people get discouraged because of the disappointment, but you... We're like, I'm fighting. I'm fighting back.
Yeah. Like, once Stephanie has something on her mind, like, she's got, like, once I have a goal in my mind, like, I'm crazy. Like, I, like, have to achieve it. It's crazy. But, yeah, I was so, it took me a week to get out of bed, to be honest. But then I realized, I was like, I got so close. Like, why can't I do that again, but just one step further? So I just made myself a list. I was like, hey, this is what I need to change. This is what I learned. And I just went for it.
What were the couple things that you thought you needed to change?
Coming back for the season?
Coming back for season 16.
I feel like definitely my fitness and just the technical aspect of it, because I am a performer and I feel like I have a lot of star quality, but just like those little things that make a big difference is what I needed to improve.
I love that you said fitness, because as dancers there's always a complicated history with eating disorders and eating and not eating. I grew up in the ballet world. I get it. And I love that you really, and you oftentimes show it on Instagram, like showing the good whole foods that you're eating.
No, yeah. There's like, people think that eating healthy is like lettuce and chicken. I was like, no, girl. Like, there's so many different vegetables and protein like you can intake, and it's just making sure that you're feeding yourself the right nutrients. That's most important.
And then your body gets used to not eating as much sugar. I know that the better I'm eating, the less I crave the bad stuff. Yeah,
and then once you do eat sugar, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw. Like, you're like, I can't. Like, what's happening?
A whole group went out after So You Think You Can Dance the other night. 20, 25 people. I don't know how many there were. But there was cheesecake and chocolate cake at Maggiano's, and I tell you, I did have a stomach ache.
I was like, I'm so sad. I'm just gonna eat this whole cake. So I did have a piece.
As you should, as you totally deserve it.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your journey for season 16.
Yeah.
You came in and auditioned in New York City.
I did.
This year you had your brother with you.
I did.
How much of a difference did that make?
Me and Ezra are really close, and I have this comfortability with him that don't have with anyone, not even my parents. I feel like I'm so close with him, and he gives me a lot of confidence. So just going in, I was not as like nervous or anxious. Like, and I knew that I was ready. Like, I came so prepared, and I was like, if this is meant for me, it's meant for me. If it's not, so I came with that and just being at ease, and just I was able to be completely myself, which I hadn't been in so long. And yeah, that first audition was really awesome. I loved it.
You ground each other, probably.
We really do.
Yeah.
Like, when I was cut, like, we were bawling, and he's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this without you. I'm like, Ezra, you got it. Like, you were so ready for this. And I remember FaceTiming him every night. Like, yeah. So that was really hard.
It is hard because this experience has been something you've done together. Judges round here in Los Angeles, you guys nailed it right off the bat.
Yeah.
That was Proud Mary, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a beautiful routine. And we have it with your amazing fringe pants that deserve to be seen.
Those pants. I actually had different color fringe pants I was going to wear for my solos. I wasn't able to do, but on tour, I'll be whipping those out. So.
I hope so. And you've got some really great ballroom shoes that are sparkled that I took a photo of that day.
Yeah.
And so I'll throw them up at one point on my Instagram so everyone can see them again because they're really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm all about that sparkle. Like, I have cheetah sparkle shoes too. Like, oh, I'm obsessed.
Well, I think what's interesting for you too is a lot of people go home from judges round knowing that they're going to academy and they think, okay, I'm going to do all this training. You were going back to set.
Yeah.
You were cast in the High School Musical TV series that's coming on Disney Plus.
Yes. So I filmed that for 6 months, and it was so crazy because I went from like knowing the So You Think You Can Dance live stuff and then doing like taping for that, and it's just like a totally different world. And it was actually really difficult to like continue training and like keeping a fitness routine just because I was like isolated and like 12-hour days and on set. So I did my best. I did yoga at like 6 a.m. because I like needed to get that in, and I tried my best. But the like leading up to this was really difficult for me to like.
Do you feel like it gave you a little bit of confidence, though? Because I'm working professionally. And it's Zach Woodley, correct? Who is the choreographer?
Zach Woodley. Oh, my gosh. I love Zach.
And I believe Alan Salazar, who's a friend of this show, was also assisting on the show.
Yeah, it gave me so much confidence. Also, the fact that they started trusting me and giving me lines, which I feel like that doesn't happen to dancers, you know? Like, on a set, on a TV show like that. And I was like, wow, they actually like believe in me and giving me lines, and it just gave me so much boost of confidence.
All right, so does your character have a name?
So it's weird because I didn't, and then the last episode they like called me Stephanie, and it was just like really weird that my name is my name, but like it's whatever.
It's okay. Stephanie can be on High School Musical.
Right?
There is no problem with that.
Yeah.
How did the acting feel? Did it feel good, natural?
No, I actually fell in love with it. It was really comfortable, and I was like, if I wasn't a dancer, I'd definitely be an actress. Like, I loved every second of it. It was amazing.
Always an opportunity.
Right?
LA's not going anywhere.
No.
So you get to the shows. We get to the live shows, or the studio shows, as we're calling them this year. Week 1, how were the nerves? Were they in check? Because I always feel that it's funny on the press side because I feel everyone's energy, and it's all over the map because everyone's excited. No one's voted off.
No, yeah.
But how did you feel?
First week was really exciting because we moved into the apartment. You know, we got treated really well, and it was just nice being able to like meet the top 10 because we hadn't really gotten to get to know each other since like the academy. Like, we had one day to get together, but yeah, so we got to meet each other and we got to like kind of step in, and it was nice because the show was only an hour, so we only had one routine. We had 2 little group routines, and so it wasn't as stressful, I feel like, as past seasons. So we were able to kind of like sink into like the vibe of what it was going to be like. We weren't going from like 0 to 100. We got like 0 to like 50, which was really nice. But week 2 was like, wow.
We're in it. Yeah, and it's funny because I've been backstage long enough to know that the energy from week 1 to week 2
so different.
So different.
Someone's going home, like, so different.
Looming in the back of your head. Now, you had Luther Brown the very first week.
I did.
Your partner's Gino.
Yes.
Kind of all over the map when it came to judges' comments on the routine.
It was so split. I mean, it's hard because I feel like dance is an art form and everyone has different opinions, and Luther's grooves and everything about it was like really difficult for me and Gino because I feel like we're very different dancers. So to be able to get on the same vibe and the way we move was like kind of difficult at first, but I feel like Showtime we pulled through because before that was kind of difficult for both of us to connect and stuff. But.
Yeah, and you and Gino had to create some type of on-stage chemistry.
Yeah.
Did you make sure that when you weren't in rehearsal, you were kind of spending time
behind
the scenes?
I tried to get to know him, and we got closer like right before show date, which was like perfect, you know. But all of us were so on edge that from like learning all new choreography that it was really difficult. But yeah.
You do what you can.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And Gino, too, he got a lot of comments on his personality. So when you're moving into week 2, you have Emma and Sasha, who
I love them so much.
I love them so much. They're full of energy.
They are.
And they choreograph a great jive all the time.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one of their strengths, I
No,
think.
and I did Proud Mary jive, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yeah, like I can, like it feels at home, you know?
Yeah, you're like, I'm stepping into something really good. How was Gino feeling? Because I think for him, it was a tougher judges panel the first week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he told me he was really grateful for me because he says I bring out a lot of like different like personality in him, and you get to see that with, like the show too, like that we, you know, the drive that we did. He came out of his shell, and he's like, I'm so grateful because you got me out of my shell, and I was like, you know, that was my goal. Like I was so happy, and he's such an amazing dancer. Like wow, such a good technician.
Very technical.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that technique
I feel
all over
like
the place.
we were such a good match because he's so technical. I'm so like personality that like it just, you know,
It worked.
it worked. Yeah.
Did he struggle with the jive at all, or was he able to pick it up?
At first, it was a little difficult for him to pick it up because it's a different, like I feel like cha-cha and samba, you can kind of pull it off easier, but jive is not, like you can't pull that off. Like it's hard.
I've taken jive lessons before with Alan Burston, and he's a great jive teacher. But I always find that landing on the ball of your foot
Yeah.
is so counterintuitive if you've been trained in, say, ballet.
Exactly. Yeah, and like just like kicking your legs to your bum and just making sure you're like your legs are going crazy. Your upper body has to stay still.
Get those knees up.
Exactly.
Make sure the hands are in
It's
the right
a lot
placement.
of like stamina too and cardio.
It's cardio. It is. It's a cardio,
So much cardio.
aerobic routine. Yeah. That's really what it is. So you must have felt really good about that routine. You guys opened the show, high energy, great comments from the judges.
Yeah, like we got a standing ovation, which was like crazy because I was like, wow, deja vu from Proud Mary. But yeah, I loved that routine. I feel like it showcased me and Gino really well.
Then you get the results.
Yeah.
And the good news is you were done dancing for the night because you'd already done the group routine. Your routine was done, so you didn't have to kind of sit there on the back of your head thinking, how am I going to get through this? But how did you make it through the rest of the show?
You know, I was there just watching my brother backstage was like the thing that kind of got me grounded, like because I was just so sad. I was like, why am I in the bottom? Like what? But no, yeah, watching the show and watching all my friends dance definitely like kept me calm, you know. So
Yeah, and whatever happens.
yeah,
It's out of everyone's hands.
it's all in God's hands. It's whoever's meant to win this show or go far in this show. It's meant to happen in God's plan, and it just wasn't my plan. So
Do you think, I think this is going to be a big discussion this week, too. You have Eddie and your brother Ezra.
Yeah.
All of you were in Jeopardy. You're all from the same studio.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe there was some splitting of votes?
yeah, so what people don't realize is that like our support system, our votes are split 3 ways, and so when we were all on the bottom, it's very apparent that that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
And Nigel spoke to, like, he got to talk to some of us after, and he was just like, I don't know why you guys were in the bottom. And I was like, because our splits were split. And he was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. And it's like, yeah, so because we're both all from Utah, and people support the Sosa siblings, but they're split in 2.
Right.
So I'm just really happy that Ezra's still in the competition, that he gets to carry the Sosa name.
And the studio can now focus all the votes
on one person. Exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
I think also for you, it must have been very difficult. You and Anna are very close.
Oh my gosh, she's like one of my best friends, and we were always together, like me, Ezra, and her and Eddie. So just the fact that all 4 of us, like the closest, were all in that bottom was like really hard. Like I don't think I've cried harder.
And I don't think people realize you guys were friends before you got to the top 10 shows.
Like day 1 of Academy, we like instantly clicked. It was crazy. Like I sat next to her on the bus on the way to the studio, and I was like, hey, I'm Steph. He's like, I'm Anna, hip hopper. I'm like, ballroom. We just clicked from that moment.
You're my best friend. We're done.
I stole her gummy bears. Like I stole her gummy bears. I was like, oh, she's awesome. I love her.
Did you give her any advice? Because now, you know,
Yeah.
you get worried when you're in the bottom, you know, for the next week, what happens next.
Yeah, like advice after
Yeah,
the
did
result?
you just tell her like,
Oh yeah, I gave her a hug and I was like, girl, you're a star, go kill it. Like this is your moment, this is your time. And I believe in her so much. She has so much star quality, and she's such a great mover.
She is.
She is an amazing hip-hop dancer, and I feel like not many people have been able to see that.
Lorianne
so frustrating.
Yeah, Lorianne had some interesting things, and she just said, with Anna, I want her to believe in her talent and believe that she's got her style. She's good.
Yeah.
Now go forward with that.
Yeah,
and move
and
with
there
confidence.
hasn't really been a hip-hop girl that strong in a long time, so I'm really excited for her.
I know. We
So
need to
excited.
showcase that.
I know.
It's about time.
Right?
For sure. I also love that kind of at the end of the show, you had the opportunity just to speak for a moment, and you really spoke from the heart.
Yeah, I did. I just told girls out there that, you are enough. You're like, no matter how skinny or like where you come from, that you can achieve anything like with hard work and just believing in yourself.
Did you have to kind of go through a process to get to that place with yourself?
Oh, yeah. Growing up, just being from Utah, like I'm already so different from all the girls that come from there. So I had to work really hard and believe in myself that, being different's okay. And that's what got me to this point, is being me, being chica. So, yeah, so I definitely struggled with that growing up. But these past couple of years, I just, really honed in on that. And it worked for me. So,
so good.
Yeah.
And I know your family support is tremendous.
Yes.
Your family loves you so much.
I'm all about familia. That's everything to me, and I'm really grateful that I have a dad and my mom. They're so supportive of my dreams, and I feel like not many dancers get that.
How is your mom doing? Because I think a lot of people probably are wondering, because we heard your story, and your mom had a very serious health issue last year. So
she's so much better. I mean, a lot of things are so difficult for her, but she's doing good, and she's here. So we're grateful.
And we're gonna see you in the audience this coming week. Cheering on Ezra.
Like Team Ezra, sure, everything. I'm so excited for him.
Screaming and cheering.
Yeah.
What about tour? Because tour is coming up.
Yeah.
And are you ready to be a rock star for 3 months on the road?
I'm so excited because I think because me and Eddie were cut first. I've heard that we get more solos because we didn't get to do as many. So I'm excited because I show all my solos and all my fringe stuff. Because I have a cheetah outfit, like a yellow fringe. Like, I'm so excited. Pussycat Dolls, Beyonce, like, woo!
I love that you have all of the wardrobe planned for this already.
I'm a fashionista. I love that stuff. Like,
That's incredible. Is there a city you're excited to visit that maybe you haven't visited before?
I've never been to Canada, so that's exciting.
Dust off that passport.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. And, we talked a lot about this on the press line too, but with High School Musical, this is going to be a very big fall for you.
Oh, yeah. When it comes out November 12th on Disney Plus, and I feel like people are gonna it's geared toward more little kids. Because it's Disney Plus, but I'm so excited when it comes out because I feel like it's gonna do really well.
It's gonna do great.
I don't know the outcome, but I'm excited.
Are you gonna be able to go to the premiere?
I think that this weekend there's gonna be a premiere at like one of the expo centers, and so I get to go on stage and just be with them, and I'm excited.
That's really excited. I know, because it's so funny, because in the moment I the disappointment of one thing, but I was like, oh my gosh, you have so many great things ahead of you.
I was so in the moment, and Ezra had to remind me. He was like, Steph, you just filmed a TV show on Disney Channel for 6 months, like. People don't. You made a lot of money. Like, you shouldn't be freaking out right now. I'm like, Ezra, I love you so much.
But I also think it's okay. I think it's okay. You can be disappointed because that is a valid feeling, and then also being excited about what's coming ahead is also true and real and authentic.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like go super far in the competition. I just wanted to at least make one more round to be able to make my name for myself, and just showcase Chica, because I feel like I wasn't really able to do that as much as I wanted to, and just do my solo and but I'm really grateful for the opportunity because I learned a lot and I grew so much just doing this and like wanting to be on the show so
and
badly.
You'll be back for the finale.
Exactly.
And you got to work with Travis Wall a couple times, and he's only here for 2 weeks.
No, yeah, I got to work with Luther, Travis, everyone that I wanted to work with I got to, so it's really grateful for that.
And very quickly, because I just do want to mention that Travis Wall piece.
My gosh.
And I'm talking about the gun control, gun violence piece that he did, group number. I got to imagine that made a very big impact on all of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when we first learned it, we were all very emotional. Like, it was a lot for us to process, and Travis was like, use that for the piece. And every time we ran it, like, at least one of us was crying at the end because it's such an issue now. So we just wanted to
Draw
make
awareness to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict by the time everyone's watching this, it's going to go viral by Tuesday morning.
Hopefully, yeah.
Everybody's going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent a message to Travis because I didn't see him after the show, and I just said, holy cow, that was so impactful, and looking forward to see how everyone else, reacts to it.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I had goosebumps watching it. I was chilled to the bone, honestly. It was that good.
Yeah.
Well, Steph, we are so excited to have you here in the studio finally.
I know, right? I've always watched these and I'm like, I want to do that one day. Popcorn Talk.
It won't be the last time we have you here on To The Point. So if people are not already following you on Instagram, tell them where they can find you.
At Steffi Chica.
Steffi Chica.
Steffi Chica. Latina.
Yeah, and with a lot of great news besides tour they can follow you for, you're going to have a lot of High School Musical updates.
Yes, and that's going to be exciting. So tune in.
All right. Well, Steph, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
and
you so much.
Congratulations, honestly.
Thank
this is
you.
just the beginning.
I know. I hope
Really? It is. You're good.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, stick around because you can flip on over. We're going to have Eddie Hoyt here in just a minute.
One of my best friends, guys.
To the point. Yes, good friends. So we'll see you in just a moment. Thanks, everyone.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.